Good afternoon. This is Tom Asprey with the PA Stock Alerts for Sunday, June 10th. Well, stocks put in a pretty impressive performance on Friday, certainly stronger than I was anticipating as of Thursday's close. The early selling was well absorbed. You can see the futures got close to their daily moving averages as they dropped down to a low of 1305.50, closed very strong on the day's highs, just below the monthly pivot resistance at 1335. Next likely upside target is probably in the 1345 to 1352 area. News over the weekend is also a slight plus for stocks, as apparently there's a deal to help Spain recapitalize its banks, and the news out of China, which had many concern would be worse than expected, apparently was not that bad. While it's nice to be aware of the fundamentals, of course it's the technicals that we trade on, and the technicals continue to improve. This daily chart of the S&P Cash shows the positive divergence in the McCullough oscillator that we discussed early last week, leading to our host of buy signals for Wednesday's opening. It has been confirmed as we moved above its previous high. It continues to look strong, now at plus 139. Looks like the cash should test the monthly pivot resistance at 1339 up to the 50% retracement resistance at 1344 initially. Much more important resistance in the 1362 area. The AD line on the S&P 500, we have the Spider Trust on top and the S&P 500 AD line on the bottom, also formed a nice bullish divergence at last week's lows, is now testing key resistance, this line D. It moved back above its moving average on Friday, which is a positive sign. Chart resistance for the spiders at 134. Then there's a band of resistance between about 135.50 and the former support, now resistance, in the 37.50 area, this line labeled A. The AD line, of course, needs to overcome major resistance at line C to signal a major new uptrend is underway. Nasdaq futures are also looking a bit better here. Key resistance now around 25.80. That's the monthly pivot. Though John and I can see some more choppy trading and possible pullbacks to last week's mid-range lows, for example, in Nasdaq around 2,500 or so. Many of the stocks we're looking at look quite strong, and that's what we're going to concentrate, and that's what we suggest you buy in this coming week, as the technical evidence does suggest that the worst of the selling is likely over. In the biotech area, we like Gilead Sciences, GILD. Nice little corrective pattern here. Tested monthly support. Gave a daily buy signal on Friday, suggesting that the correction is likely over. For GILD, would look to buy at 49.42. If filled, use a stop at 47.59. We also like Starbucks. If our view on the overall market is correct, this one could really pick up the bid next week. For Starbucks, we show a potential double bottom formation, high close doji, pull back on Friday with a firm close. For SBUX, that's Starbucks, look to buy at 53.42 with a stop at 51.19. Weekly on-balance volume analysis has turned positive here. Our last pick is Total System Services, symbol TSS. Those who've been with us a while, we traded it in 2011 and have tried to buy it a couple times in the past year. It shows a superior relative strength. You can see it made a significant new high in April. It's pretty much trading very close to those highs, and we think people are going to be looking for market leaders. The technicals here look strong with a new weekly buy signal this week. For TSS, look to buy at 23.12. If filled, use a stop at 21.94. There are quite a few other stocks that gave weekly buy signals last week and that John and I are watching closely, though we do not see the potential of a good risk entry for Monday or Tuesday's trading. One is CVH. We tried to buy it last week. Looks quite strong here. We'll be watching this one next week to see if we get a better risk entry here. This is just one of many stocks we keep an eye on, so be sure to watch your email, as we'll likely send email updates between now and Tuesday when the next regular video update is scheduled to be released. Hope you have a great week trading and found this information beneficial. Thank you very much.